a long, hard road, but she did it a year ago. Will she do it again tonight?
I make no predictions yet.
Wait and see what happens the first game, right? Lanes have not been touched since the players finished the third round of match play here about 1:15 this afternoon, and Anne-Marie opened strong with a strike.
And the players liked this pair of lanes this morning. They all bowled very well here.
Top 5 finalist averaged just a little better than 222 on this championship round pair. The entire field averaged about 197. So those who made the match play portion obviously figured out the lanes, and Carol Gianotti opens with a strike as well. Two players are very good friends, and of course Carol wants to say hello to everybody in Morley, Perth, Australia. Morley is a suburb of Perth, a very small area, but nonetheless I'm sure that they're all cheering at this point in time, hoping for a double, and the 4 falls but the 9 doesn't.
That was a real good shot by Carol. Ball finishing a little hard. 9 pin not kicked out. She's happy though that the 4 did go.
So we're looking down at the fingers, 56 games this week, and I think all the ladies right now are showing a little wear and tear.
They are. It's the 5th week of the season, and we're all starting to feel it.
Especially for a player like Anne-Marie, because she's made 5 consecutive finals, 4 championship round appearances. That's a lot of bowling in 5 weeks' time.
She seems to be handling it about the best of all of them. Her hand's in pretty good condition.
Been working very hard on her physical and mental games, and she's been working out as well, so she's in excellent shape. And a double for the defending champ.
Anne-Marie starts with, there you see, with her knees bent, 5-step approach, pushes the ball on her 2nd step, gets very low to the line, a very powerful release, a lot of rotations.
Just bowled absolutely beautifully in the final round of match play when she moved from 7th place to 5th and had to defeat a good friend of hers, Wendy McPherson, in the position round game to nail down the number 5 position. Anne-Marie with a pocket hit and leaves the soft 10 pin.
And Anne-Marie took an interesting approach to that position round game. She knew that that pair had been not too great for her, so she looked at it by just shooting spares. There's that last shot she just threw for a soft 10 pin. The 6 pin just did not kick back.
8 pin was there for just a moment. That's what Anne-Marie was shrugging about on the way back to the ball return. Cross lane at the 10. Cross lane spares did not appear to be much of a problem this week, Jan. Of course, the oil pattern was a little bit longer here for the U.S. Open.
It was, and it made spare shooting easier. You're able to go pretty direct at those spares.
9 pin lead for Anne-Marie-Duggan. Carol Gianotti with another solid strike on lane 54.
Carol Gianotti standing very straight. 5-step approach actually pushes the ball away on her 1st step. Very unusual. This is because her foot speed is very quick. She needs to push the ball in order to get it in there in time with her feet. Rolls the ball very early.
Strike here, and she leads by 1. Opening game of the 1992 BPAA United States Open. Nice flush hit, but this time the 4 pin stands. It's been a very solid season for Carol thus far. She's 3rd in average and also 3rd in match play record.
And that's something she had been working on. She told us last week she was not winning enough matches. She said she came out this week and was much more aggressive and won 15 matches.
Well, I think in the first 2 weeks of the tour, she actually knocked down more pins than the 4th and 5th qualifiers for the championship round, but she didn't win enough matches.
That's right. 30 pins a game over 24 games adds up to a lot of pins.
Anne-Marie with a strong contingent of family and friends cheering her on this week. She's from nearby La Habra, California.
She is, and she wanted to say hi to Pat's mom, Mary, and Don, and Aunt Jan, who is Aunt Joan, excuse me. Pat's family.
Ooh, solid 9 pin. Bad break there for Anne-Marie-Duggan. It's interesting because when you had a chance to talk with her earlier today, she said that basically this week all she was looking for was a good showing. Really wasn't thinking about making it to the championship round.
That's what she told me. She said that she just wanted to bowl well and she would be happy. Now she's probably thinking about it a little bit, trying to win back-to-back titles, but...
Saves the wood on the 9-pin spare. Well, no player has ever won back-to-back in the United States Open. Of course, when this tournament was the old BPAA All-Star, Marion Ladewig won 4 consecutive All-Stars and 8 overall.
Anne-Marie making sure she gets that ball to the right so it didn't hook away and barely getting back to touch that 9-pin.
A little more direct. Wall shot works almost as 7-pin remains. Leanne Barrett is qualified number 3, Tish Johnson number 2, and Alita Sill, who almost didn't even bowl this event, is our top seed.
Ball hitting very light, headpin coming off the wall, but not kicking out the 7.
Took out the 4 and the 5, but kind of quit working at that point in time, and now it's a 7-pin match. The opening game of this year's United States Open. Second consecutive year it's been held here at Fountain Valley Bowl in Fountain Valley, California. Wonderful, beautiful facility, and the staff really did a marvelous job at executing the tournament this year.
They were very well prepared, treated us just wonderfully this week.
Another high hit for Gianotti, a strike on 54, and if she could stand on 54 all day long, she might really be some trouble. Told me, and of course you as well, that she's absolutely flabbergasted to be bowling in the championship round to the United States Open.
And Carol has never even cashed in the U.S. Open event, and she was just thrilled this afternoon.
Not thrilled about that as the 8-10 pops up with the longer oil pattern. If you don't throw a good shot, Jan, there's a possibility of that 8-10.
Because the ball deflects and does not take out the 8-pin, and the 6-pin wraps around the 10. Now you can see the ball not driving quite hard enough, being about halfway into the pocket.
It's almost like a throwback to the old style condition. In talking to Alita Sill, you know, earlier today she left the sour apple, the 5-7-10. So gives you some idea of what kind of condition they're up against. Gianotti down by 19 in game number 1 of the U.S. Open.